And it's time to go on the record.
This has been a human crisis.
Temperatures dropping, we have no heat.
24 days after a gas line disaster rocks parts of the Merrimack Valley, nearly 9,000 homes are still without heat and hot water. Lawrence Mayor Dan Rivera is one of those residents, and he's our guest today.
It would cost substantial amounts of money. There is no question.
A healthcare cost watchdog says passing question one, the nurse-to-patient ratio, would come with a nearly $1 billion price tag. And
running for president for Massachusetts has not been successful for a very, very long time. We ask why.
From WCVB Channel 5, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill. Today's newsmakers are going on the record.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ed Harding, along with News Center 5's political reporter Janet Wu, and our guest this morning is one of the front and center figures in the Merrimack Valley gas line disaster. It's Lawrence Mayor Dan Rivera, certainly being tested as his second term progresses. This 47-year-old is being lauded for his relentless advocacy for his shattered city. So thanks for having you with us this morning. Appreciate it. We mentioned in the beginning that you were one of those affected by this gas line disaster.
Yeah, I am one of the folks in the affected area. We are feeling exactly what everybody else is feeling not being without gas.
And I don't mean to be flippant. When was the last time you had a hot shower?
No, we were very fortunate. It was one of those things that we couldn't really stay in our house unless we had hot water. A lot of people were in the same situation. And so we converted our gas heater for electric heater. You know, we did that without really knowing where we're going to pay for it from.
I was just going to say.
It's expensive. It's like $1,700, but we did it because we had to do it. We have two small children.
Thank you for coming in and joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you for being here. So Columbia Gas did run a full-page ad in several newspapers apologizing. Do you feel it was sincere, and do you think it was enough? Yeah,
no, I don't. I think that they have a lot of work to do. I mean, as a corporate citizen in the Commonwealth in Lawrence, they have a lot of work to do. A lot of customers that they have to that have been great ratepayers for a very long time. People who pay their monthly bill every day, that they have to make sure are made whole. And I think the jury's still out in the end. You know how well they're going to do it. But so far, so good.
Have you personally lost confidence in them?
I had lost confidence in them at the very beginning during the disaster, and I think that when Governor Baker called for the state of emergency, I think that was totally appropriate and expected, given the lack of leadership that was happening at the moment. I think today they're a crucial part of the recovery, and they're working hard with the Chief Recovery Officer, Joe Albanese. I think they're doing a good job.
So you obviously don't want to ostracize them since they're still trying to fix your city, but that being said, did this apology come soon enough as far as you are concerned?
Well, I mean, I think about it this way, because I interact with a lot of Columbia Gas workers, and everybody in the Columbia Gas organization, from clerks who are taking the calls to the service people in the road, all these people are doing a very difficult job. They had a very difficult job to begin with, made more difficult by this tragedy. And so I think the institution that is Columbia Gas, the people that make up Columbia Gas, are doing a great job, and they're hustling for everybody.
But you're not so happy with the people upstairs at the very top?
I think the leadership has a lot of work to do. I mean, frankly, I'm not really sure why Steve Bryant is still around. I mean, I think that the way it was crazy it was that Thursday night, I believe so, and they're trying really hard to make it better, but you can't, the toothpaste out of the tube as far as I'm concerned on whether or not the leadership can handle such a...
You don't know why Steve Bryant is still around at Columbia Gas?
Yeah, I'm just not sure.
You're just not sure?
Yeah, I mean, again, the leadership is key in this. The moment that Eversource took over, it was great. Now, Pablo Vegas, who's I think he's the national CEO, he's doing a great, phenomenal job making sure everything gets driven in the right direction. But I think that as Massachusetts customers are concerned, we need a CEO in Massachusetts that can instill some confidence.
All right, so let's talk about reality. And we were talking about this at the beginning. Here we are, we're in October. We're knocking on the door in November. Sometimes it can actually snow in October. Yeah. So here, I'd like you to listen to what some of your residents are still struggling with as autumn sets in. Listen.
It is getting cold. The leaves are starting to fall.
I need this help because I'm spending a lot of money on my credit card, and this help will help me a lot.
To be clear, what she's talking about is there, roughly $11 million available. Columbia Gas has put up 10 of it, right?
10 of it, exactly.
And you get in line and you put in your request for it, and perhaps it could be issued as quickly as 5 days. But let me ask you, what is the bottom line here? What's the bottom line problem?
Listen, I think that as we go through this process, the idea is, are they fixing the gas in the street so that we can get gas in the home so people can be home with heat? And I think they're on track to hit the November 19th date on that.
You do? You think so?
Again, to get people in their homes heated, I think they're on track to do that. I'll be the first one to raise a hand if that date is in jeopardy. But I think that, is it all going to be tied up in a nice bow on the 19th? I don't think that that's true. I think they're going to have gas in people's homes. You can be home heated, and some people will still be on the gas, the grills that we've been giving people, and some people are going to have their stoves replaced. But there's a lot of stuff between perfect.
Is there any chance they'll beat that November 19th deadline and surprise everybody? Maybe come in like a few days, if not a week earlier.
You know, I honestly, and I'm a humble guy about this thing. I think if the credible difficulty and complexity of what they're trying to do and do it in a manner that's safe and secure, I'll be happy if they hit that date, and even if they come in a couple of days after.
Let me ask you, and perhaps you can't answer it, but you're saying maybe you think they're going to hit the November 19th date at least to get gas back in the home. So heated back in the homes. When would people be whole? When would people be normal? That's not November 19th, right?
No, I think that the company and the community, we're gonna be talking about this a long time. We're gonna be working at making people whole a long time. There's kids that saw their neighborhoods blown up. I think that's mental health issues for us in the schools. There are infrastructure issues that we have to take that's long term. And they're tearing up all of our streets. We're letting them do it because we want gas in the house.
It has to be done. Yeah.
But I get Chapter 90 money that comes from the state to fix roads. I just paved a bunch of roads that they're tearing up on me. So that's going to have to wait for a frost, and then we're going to pave after that. So, I think we're going to be doing repair and recovery for a long time. But I think people are going to be home with their heat by the 19th. Which
leads us to our next question. There are at least 4 lawsuits right now that are in the making against Columbia Gas. Is this a good idea, bad idea? Do you support the idea?
I think, people should avail themselves of the legal system. What I get concerned about is if people are trying to chase you down to get you into a lawsuit before you even have hot water in your house. I think that's inappropriate. I think you should wait to get yourself squared away. I'm not a lawyer. I probably will at some point talk to a lawyer about my impact on me and my family. I think people should do that. But today, the most important thing is to make sure you're home safe and warm, and we're all trying to work that way. The problem is that when people try to make community meetings and they disguise basically a marketing meeting to sign people up to their case as a community meeting, and then they say, we're going to show up. They say, oh, the government's going to be there. It's really inappropriate.
Could you see the city perhaps having to avail themselves to legal options?
I think that absolutely will be appropriate, and we just haven't made decisions on it yet.
It was, and we're showing some video of the disaster, and the disaster was very real. I was up there 24 hours later, and there were times when the wind shifted, I could still smell gas in the air, so it was very frightening at that moment. But Governor, you were on the ground immediately, obviously. Governor Baker was up there very quickly after the explosions and the evacuations. You were a big supporter of the governor, but wasn't his administration supposed to be overseeing the system before it actually fell apart?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what DPU, what role the governor has in overseeing DPU or not. All I know is that it felt like the governor kind of fell out of the sky, and he was there the moment this thing happened, and he's put every resource towards this. He's been there every morning on the morning calls when we talk about the progress of this thing. The wherewithal to bring in, I think it's McKinsey, the business solutions company, along with Joe Albanese and Commodore Builders to support Columbia Gas in this effort, the wherewithal to call the emergencies. That's stuff that you don't you have to learn those things. You have to have that instinctually to be able to do it. And I think what the governor showed was instinctual leadership that you can't really learn. So I don't know what DPU is supposed to do or not do. I know that Columbia Gas was under a strict order to fix pipes in our street, and they had been doing that. But the pace is always, dependent on what, whether or not they can get permit on that.
DPU is under the governor's administration. His jurisdiction over DPU. But my question to you is, were you surprised when this happened? Were you aware of any problems that Columbia Gas was having before all these explosions?
Listen, I didn't know that this type of explosion was possible. I thought there was enough safeguards in place to deal with something like this. I didn't know that was possible. We had a regular steady pace of what they call level 1 gas leaks that happen here and there around in the neighborhoods. I know that's a problem because they used to tear up my streets to do them. Sure. And so we knew that was there. We knew they were under the DPU decree to get the work done at the pace that they were doing. I'm not really sure DPU could have done anything different with this situation.
So here's the thing from me being on the ground here that my eyes were popped at. Like for example, there are 3 houses. Like there are 3 people here. This house wasn't touched. This house blew up. This house wasn't touched. Yeah. It was the randomness of it
And it did feel a bit like a terrorist attack. And when we talked to our police officers, their initial reaction was, this is so random, so scattered. And then it was Andover and also North Andover. By the way, the leadership of those communities have been great in this process, making sure that we all get whole at the end of the day. But it was a bit scary. And so kids see these things and families. So then when they go back, they want to be able to go back when it's safe.
Sure. Are you ready for the OTR pop quiz?
I am absolutely not.
Yes, you are, because
Almost as scary, not quite.
not quite, nowhere near it. In fact, we're going to shift because we've been talking about the situation in the Merrimack Valley. But let's talk about this. It's not uncommon for an outbreak of Potomac fever to strike a Massachusetts politician. So today's OTR pop quiz is, just for you, a presidential potpourri. He takes a deep breath. Question 1. Most recently, Senator Elizabeth Warren is showing symptoms of this presidential malaise, Potomac fever. Name the most recent Democrat presidential nominee from Massachusetts.
John Kerry.
John Kerry, 2004, lost to George W. Bush by a slim margin. Question 2. Name the most recent Republican presidential nominee from Massachusetts.
I just feel silly. Mitt Romney.
Why do you feel silly? You nailed it.
Yeah, well, you gave me like these softballs. People would be like, he didn't do that. I was hoping that I would strike out a couple ones.
You know what? He's just looking for another invitation to come back. That's what he's doing.
We continue on the record with Dan Rivera. Stay with us.